there's some type of investigation. Are you also potentially, if he is charged, would you be his criminal lawyer, or are you only?
No, we do civil litigation, and our firm since 1971 has basically exclusively done maritime law, helping passengers and crew members that get hurt on cruise ships.
Have you talked to the parents? Because it appears it was the father was a police officer, and then both sets of grandparents were also on this cruise from early reporting. Is that correct?
Honestly, I'm not. I know the mom and dad were there. Chloe and her older brother were there, and I know Kim's parents were there, who are Patty and Sam. That's the extent of who I know was on the trip.
Have you talked to Chloe's parents directly?
Yes.
How are they holding up?
They're besides themselves. I mean, they are absolutely just horrified by what happened. It's been terrible. They're texting me nonstop. I mean, it's really hard to describe what they're going through at this point.
Is there any talk or thought that there may be criminal charges?
I don't know. I've seen that in the internet sphere that they're talking about that. I don't know. I don't do criminal law.
Does the family have a criminal lawyer?
We have helped them retain a Puerto Rican attorney down there who we've worked with in the past in civil litigation, just to go down there, just to help to talk with the authorities. I know one of the big problems is a lot of the people there don't speak English, so just helping with translation.
But that's a civil lawyer or a criminal lawyer?
That is a criminal lawyer.
Yeah. Can you give everyone's names, please?
The family?
Mm-hmm.
Their full names are some hyphens, so it's a little confusing. So afterwards, let me double check it so I have it right.
Are you for sure going to file a lawsuit here, or I guess
well,
still exploring?
Look, it's roughly 48 hours since the incident, and so I think there's still a lot more questions that I would want answered. But at this point, I do see a terrible tragedy that could have been prevented, because I really, to answer that question, I need one question answered, which is, why are you going to put these windows in a wall of windows in a kid's play area where kids could possibly have access to this, and where you're putting it in a wall of windows where it would be reasonable to think that it was all windows? Once you have that answer, then I think we'll know better.
And have you requested to board the ship, or someone from your firm?
Absolutely, absolutely. In a situation like this, we would always do a vessel inspection, a ship inspection. We would want to get on scene as soon as we can. I definitively know Royal Caribbean has already sent their lawyers down there to do the exact same thing, so we would want to have an equal and similar opportunity. That's why we've also asked for the video, and literally there's a phone call going on now between our firm and Royal Caribbean's risk management.
Is the ship out to sea yet?
I don't know.
Okay. Is it expected to return to Miami? Or
I think it was out of Canaveral.
It's out of San Juan. It sails out of
I
San
thought it
Juan.
was based.
Oh, is it home port in San Juan? Okay. So it must do a loop in the Caribbean through, and then go back to San Juan.
And do you have any kind of details or approximate of when they'll be returning home to Indiana, when the body will be released, or is that still in the process?
They want to get home as quickly as possible to grieve with their family. It's my understanding that Chloe's body was going to be released today. They were working with the authorities in Puerto Rico, and once that's all tied up, they want to leave immediately. I will say Royal Caribbean has been as helpful as they can be in this situation. They've helped them with hotel and flight, so they're doing what they can to try to make the situation a little bit more tenable for them.
Is Chloe an only child?
No, she has an older brother, a 10-year-old brother.
and that's who played hockey?
Correct, he was a hockey player, yeah. And there's a great photo, if you haven't seen it, where she's watching and she's betting on the hockey.
Do you have that picture?
I do. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to rush, but I'm in the noon. Is there a way to is there someone who can
Yeah,
get those
you
sent
can,
to us?
you can just text me again, or you can text Cindy Avila, our publicist.
Okay.
Can we do in Spanish, just in case?
Not with me. Sorry, I wish I could. I think there's more folks that maybe want to get let in, but I guess I can work with them afterwards. Hannah on the phone, did you have any questions?
Gosh, I think we covered most of it. So basically, you're looking into a potential lawsuit right now, but you guys haven't made a decision on it yet.
Well, they've retained us to represent them. At this point, I do think that there are grounds for a lawsuit. I would like to get more answers. I would like to watch the video. I would like to do a little bit more due diligence. We, at any given time, probably have close to 100 lawsuits going against Royal Caribbean. So for us to file a lawsuit against them would be nothing unusual.
Yeah. And you mentioned earlier that you've dealt with incidents like this before with like the water zone. Is that correct? I know that was like at the beginning of the call.
Yes, the analogy I drew, just related to the location of it, was that there were, over the past 5 years or so, there was a number of drownings in these water parks on the ships. And we represented several families that lost children or nearly lost children. We fought very hard and ultimately forced the cruise ships to put lifeguards on their ships, particularly the ones by the pools, because believe it or not, they had these kid-friendly pool areas without lifeguards.
Yeah. And
Carnival
do we
being
know
the one exception
why
that does
this
not.
window was like, I don't know, is that typical for one of these panes to be open in this area? I know you said most ships, the newer ships, don't do that, but.
My understanding is that passengers can open these windows whenever they want. So it seems like an uncontrolled thing. So why it was open, I don't know. And I can't rule out at this point that maybe that Chloe actually opened the window. I don't know that, but it seems like a distinct possibility.
Uh-huh.
So you don't know who opened the window to begin with? It could have been a family member or someone else?
Oh, I can say with near certainty it wasn't a family member who opened the window,
Okay.
but I don't know who opened the window.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Do you know if there's gonna be?
Hannah, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Bye. Hey, let me get you.
Yeah, can we get the pictures?
Thank you.
Sure.
Hi, I'm Shelly. Thank you for checking out our NBC6 South Florida YouTube channel. You want more videos like the kind you just watched? Click right here on the subscribe button below. Get the latest stories, interviews, caught on camera, and more. Digital exclusives as well, all for you. Subscribe now.